Imagine this situation. You arrive home after a long day, but you are in a hurry and the key does not turn immediately. Instead of panicking or forcing it, you stop, check the key, line it up, and use a calm, careful sequence. This connects naturally with the lesson idea that a fast reaction is not always a smart solution. Today we are going to examine a house key closely and learn how to describe it in clear, natural American English. The goal is not only to name the object. The goal is to explain what it looks like, what it feels like, how the important parts work, how the hands interact with it, and how to describe the complete action safely from beginning to end. A house key is used for locking and unlocking a door. It is small, flat, narrow, and easy to carry. It is made from usually metal, sometimes with a plastic or rubber-covered head. Its visible appearance usually includes a wider head, a long blade, cut teeth or grooves, and often a small hole for a key ring. In the hand or during use, it may feel cool, hard, smooth in some places, and ridged along the cut edge. Notice the difference between describing a fact and describing a sensation. You can say it is made of a particular material. That identifies what the object is. You can say it feels smooth, firm, cool, or slightly rough. That explains the physical experience of touching or handling it. You can also compare expectation and reality. It feels lighter than it looks, or it feels sturdier than I expected. A basic description names the object. A clearer description adds its purpose. A detailed description adds shape, material, texture, and one visible feature. For example, a basic sentence is, "This is a house key." A better sentence is, "This is a house key used for locking and unlocking a door." A more detailed version is, "This house key is small, flat, narrow, and easy to carry. It has a wider head, a long blade, cut teeth or grooves, and often a small hole for a key ring." The detailed version gives the listener a picture without using unnecessarily difficult language. Now let us name the important parts naturally. The main parts include head or bow, keyring, hole, shoulder, blade, teeth or grooves, and tip. Do not simply memorize the labels. Connect each part to its position and function. Ask yourself, where is it? What does it look like? What does it do? Which part does the hand touch? This turns passive vocabulary into usable speaking language. Precise verbs make the explanation much clearer. Insert means put something carefully into an opening. Turn means rotate in a general way. Twist means rotate with the fingers or wrist, often with a smaller object. Unlock means make a lock open. Lock means make a door secure. Pull out means remove by pulling toward you. Jam means become stuck so it cannot move normally. Similar verbs are not always interchangeable. A general verb may communicate the idea, but the precise verb shows the direction, force, and purpose of the movement. Instead of saying, "I do something to it," describe the actual action and the result. Here is the physical sequence. First, pick it up by the head. Next, line up the blade with the keyhole. Then insert it gently. After that, hold the door steady. At this point, turn it until the lock releases. While doing this, pull the door open. Once that is complete, turn it back if needed. Finally, remove the key and place it somewhere secure. This sequence uses cause and effect naturally. You hold one part steady because that prevents slipping. You line parts up so they move correctly. You use gentle pressure first. Otherwise, you may damage the object or lose control. Once the action is complete, you check that the object is secure and return it to a safe position. Hand position language is especially useful. You can say, place your thumb on the surface, wrap your fingers around the safe part, support the base, keep it upright, hold it steady with one hand while the other hand moves the smaller part. Move it toward you, push it away from you, apply a little pressure, line it up before you continue. These chunks sound natural because they explain both position and movement. Safety is part of a complete description. Do not force a key that does not turn. Check that it is the correct key, push it in fully, and use gentle pressure so the blade does not bend or break. Keep keys away from very young children and do not leave a house key in an obvious public place. A strong English explanation does not only tell someone what to do, it also explains why. Use phrases such as, "This prevents damage." That way it will not slip. Keep your fingers away from the unsafe part. Do not force it if it feels stuck. Make sure it is secure before you continue. Let us upgrade the language step by step. A simple version is, "I use it." A clearer version is, "I hold it and move the correct part." A stronger version is, "I hold the main body steady with one hand and use the other hand to control the moving part." A detailed version adds direction and result. "I line it up carefully, apply gentle pressure, and continue until it moves into the correct position." This is the kind of development that helps with PET and FCE speaking because it combines accuracy, sequence, and detail. Natural spoken English also uses short cause and effect chunks. I keep it steady because I do not want it to slip. I move slowly so I can stay in control. I check the position before I continue. Once it is secure, I finish the action. While I am using it, I watch the moving parts. After I finish, I put it back in place. These connectors make the description sound organized rather than like a disconnected list. Common mistakes usually come from choosing a verb that is too general, using too much force in the description, or skipping the final safety step. Avoid saying only "I open it," "I do it," or "I put it there" when a more precise action is available. Also avoid adding details that you cannot actually observe. When the design may vary, say, depending on the version, or describe only the parts you can see. Here is one complete real-life model. I take a small metal house key from my key ring. It feels cool and solid in my hand. I hold it by the wider head, line up the blade with the keyhole, and insert it gently until it stops. Then I hold the door steady and turn the key with controlled pressure. The lock clicks, so I turn the handle, pull the door toward me, remove the key, and put it back on the ring. I do not force it because that could bend the key or damage the lock. Now listen to a short action sequence. I hold a small metal object by its wider end, guide the narrow ridged part into a slot, rotate it until I hear a click, and then pull the object back out. The actions are line up, insert, turn, unlock, and remove. The value of this challenge is that the verbs create a mental picture. When you hear the direction, the hand position, and the result, you can identify the object and the action even before the object is named. The next time you describe this object, begin with its purpose, move to shape and material, name the main parts, explain the action in sequence, and finish with one safety point. Use precise verbs, natural chunks, and clear cause and effect. That approach will make your English more accurate, more visual, and much easier for another person to follow.